Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face, real-time NuFace routine. I get asked to do this every time I put up my skincare routine, which I just put up a couple of weeks ago. So if you want to take a look at that, I'll put a link to that video right up here. There's a morning routine and an evening routine. When I show it in my morning routine, I speed it up so that we can just get through the video because it does take about 10 or 15 minutes. But I get so many questions to show you the exact routine that I do in real time so that you can know how to use the NuFace. Now there are NuFace tutorials on YouTube that are put out by NuFace, so you can always watch those. My apologies for the sound, it's always a little echoey up here in my bathroom, and also for my voice. Oh my gosh, I am a little rough this morning. I went to my friend's 50th birthday party last night. I didn't get to bed until 1 in the morning. It's now 8:45, so we did some good celebrating to welcome her into her 50s, and what a fun party it was. Dancing and loud music, so a lot of talking over the music. So anyway, sorry about this, but I want to get this done for you guys today. Of all the facial anti-aging gadgets that I've tried, this is the one that I've really stuck with over the years. I've been using this for 2 years already. When you first start with it, you really have to be consistent. You have to use it just about every day, and you have to do that for 6 weeks. Then you can cut back to maintenance mode where you're only using it, say, 3 or 4 times a week. So I do this every other day now. If I'm traveling, I bring it with me. So I use the NuFace Trinity. This is called the Trinity because it has 3 heads that are interchangeable. So you just press the button in the back here and the heads come off, and there are two other heads besides this one, which I refer to as the big balls. That you can put on there. I will be using one of the other attachments today, which is the ELE, but if you don't have the Trinity model, if you have the Mini, that's okay. You can still follow along with this routine because the Mini and the Trinity both give you the exact same current, so it has the same strength, just the Mini is a smaller package and you can't change the heads. Now I'm going to show you my full routine, like when I have time. This is the big one that I do. Normally I just do the big balls on the face part. Okay, today I'm going to add in some neck, and I'm going to add in the ELE for the forehead and to lift the sagging hooded eyes. And I know people write in and say, well, I don't have time always to do it in the morning, should I do it at night? And it is a temporary effect that you get from it, so I'm not sure that doing it at night is really the greatest thing, because you're going to do it, you're going to get that nice lift, and then you're going to go sleep on it. So I really recommend that if you can make time for it in the morning, that you do it in the morning. This has a charging cradle that's over here in the back there on my vanity, and it just lives in there 24/7 so that it's always charged and ready to go. So first step is to wash my face. You want to be sure to use an oil-free cleanser because the one thing that keeps the current from conducting is oil. So my favorite gentle oil-free cleanser is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. This is the gentle cleansing lotion for sensitive skin. It's fragrance-free and it's super mild and gentle. So I'm just going to wash my face with this. I'm not going to do this on camera, but I'll be right back. But what I wanted to note is that after I wash my face, I don't dry it. So I leave the water just dripping off my face, and you'll see that, but that is so that the gel stays wetter longer. Okay, so I'll be right back after I wash my face. To use the NuFace, you need a conducting gel. My favorite is the NuFace Gel Primer. This is a leave-on gel. I don't use it as a leave-on though, because you do have to put on kind of a thick coating of it, and it makes me feel like my other skincare that I'm going to do after this isn't going to absorb fully. So I do end up washing this off, but if you want to use this as a first step in your skincare, you can leave it on. So I get the big one with the pump, and then I just have an old foundation brush that I use with it. So I take about a half a pump, and then I'm just going to paint it on the first side of my face that I'm going to treat. So I find that if I put the gel over my entire face to start, that it does dry out on the other side and on my forehead. Before I get there, I bring it under my jawline. And I'm not going to bring it down my neck just yet, but we will eventually. Bring it right up under my eye. And also I put some on my eyelid. The more gel you have on, the more comfortable the treatment is going to be. I use it on the highest setting. You can toggle this up and down by using the plus and minus. So this has a 5-second timer. So basically what you're going to do is place it in position 1 and then take the 5 seconds to glide to the end of the position. Then you move it to the next spot and you do a nice slow glide. The next spot. So these first passes, I'm lifting the jawline, lifting the cheek, and really kind of moving my skin around. And everything, you always want to go in an upward motion because the whole point of this is to lift. So I repeat these 3 placements with the place and the glide 3 times. So I get 9 passes all together, 3 on each. And then I'm going to do a press and hold under the jaw. Now I'm just going to do a direct lift, straight up from the jaw to the top of the cheekbone. I'm going to repeat that 3 times for a total of 6. Now you can use other gels. I have used the Target Up and Up Aloe Gel. That's a really good one. That one does kind of, it has some kind of vapors that hurt my eyes. This is definitely the most comfortable gel that I use, is the NuFace gel. I love this one. And now I'm going to do a series of press and holds. So here. And these are all kind of lifting. So you kind of put it under and then press up. And then I do another 3 kind of cradling the cheekbone, pressing up. So I put it under the cheekbone and then press up. And then under and press up. Then I do a glide at the jawline, starting towards my chin and bringing it up and lifting back towards the ear. And then I just do a couple more cheekbone lifts, just a press and lift, and a press and lift here. And you shouldn't feel the microcurrent if you have on enough gel. If you feel the microcurrent, it just means that you don't have enough gel on. And then I do a press and hold around the crow's feet. And then beneath the eyebrow, a press and lift. Can you see my eye twitching? That's the current shooting through my skin. And I'm going to repeat that 3 times. Lift and hold. All right, now I'm going to move on to the neck, and then I'm going to take another little half pump of the gel, paint that on. You're not supposed to do the center of your neck, so keep the gel going down the side. All right, so now we're going to turn it on. And on the neck, I'm going to start to the side. I'm just going to glide it up to under the ear. And then press it a little lower and glide back. I'm going to repeat that 3 times. Then to pass the time, I'll usually just put my iPad in the window and queue up some videos that I want to watch and play videos and listen to YouTube videos while I'm doing this. Was that 3? Then I'm going to go on a glide and lift. Now I'm going to repeat that 3 times. One of the questions I get asked a lot is about if you get filler or Botox, should you take a break before you start in with your NuFace again, and does it affect them? And you know, I'm not a doctor, not a dermatologist or anything, so I don't really know. I've asked my Botox injector and she said, I don't know. But I think that what makes sense as far as a common sense kind of thing is if you've gotten filler, I feel like, okay, then we're just going to do a couple of press and holds. So up here under the jaw, and then another one down a little lower. And another one lower. And then a press and hold here. And a press and hold here. I'm not going to forget, not answer your question. I'm just going to put the water on my forehead and do the forehead routine. Now for this, I am going to swap out the big balls and put on the ELE attachment. You can do this with the big balls if you don't have the ELE attachment, or as I said before, if you have the mini, you can just go ahead and do this part with the mini. So this is what the ELE attachment looks like. It's got these little prongs, so it's just more of a precise directing of the microcurrent. Then I'm going to take another half a pump of the gel for the forehead. Now this is where people will often have sensitivity, is up here by the hairline, and that's because hair does conduct the electricity. So just about anything conducts electricity, whether it's gel or a serum. And we're going to start, I start in the middle in the 11s, and I push that straight up. And I'm going to just move it over a little bit each time, going up to halfway up my forehead. I'm just going to do that lift and hold there with that. We're going to do 4 different positions, and then I'm going to repeat it 3 times. While I'm doing that, I'm going to finish answering your question, which is what seems to make common sense for me is with filler. You don't really want to be pushing your filler around, and this you definitely are like pushing your skin around. So I would say if you get filler in the face that I would stop doing the NuFace for a couple of weeks after you get the filler, just to make sure that it is in place where your doctor wanted it and kind of, you know, settled in. But as far as Botox goes, I don't really stop doing the NuFace when I get Botox because Botox is injected in the muscle, and this really is, you're just rubbing it on the surface of the skin. So I don't really see how that would affect Botox. But, you know, if you're concerned, better safe than sorry, so you might want to take a week off or so. I wouldn't go get Botox and then immediately come home and do your NuFace routine, but I've gotten Botox and then done my NuFace routine the next day, and it doesn't seem to make any difference. And some people ask if it will negate your Botox, because this is supposed to exercise the muscles, and Botox, of course, is supposed to paralyze the muscles. I'm not 100% sure if I believe that this actually is exercising my muscles. Like, I think it definitely works, but I feel like it's just kind of the pushing action, and I think it's also the microcurrent being conducted throughout your skin. Like, your skin has its own electrical charge. Your skin cells communicate with each other through this electrical charge, and the electrical charge also helps to give your skin cells energy. Has that been 2 times or 3 times? Let's just go one more. What the heck, while I'm talking. You know, I feel like energized skin definitely acts younger. And so that's what my personal theory, and I could be completely wrong. This is not what the NuFace people say, so don't go by me. Definitely go by the experts who developed the product. All right, so that's definitely 3 of those, right? Okay, so now I'm going to go here on the eyelid, and I'm going to lift and hold. So anyway, the net answer to that question is if you get filler, I would wait a couple of weeks before doing NuFace. If you get Botox, I just go ahead and continue on doing the NuFace the very next day. So, you know, try to use your own common sense, or write into NuFace customer service if you're not sure and ask them, because I'm not an expert, I'm just a user like you guys. So we're going to repeat this 3 times. And using the ELE here on the eyelid is really what gives me that eyelid lift that really makes my hoods look less saggy. Because I feel like, you know, when I get up in the morning, my hoods are still pretty much laying on my eyelashes. And then by the time I finish doing my NuFace routine and, you know, doing my skincare routine, then they're a little bit more lifted. But I know a lot of people think that I have had a secret eyelid lift, and I haven't. So I attribute it mainly to NuFace and skincare. Then there's a whole series of glides that you can do here. You just kind of follow the contour of your eyebrow, but you're always kind of pushing up. So 3 of those from outer to inner brow. And then I do some at the crow's feet. I just do a press and hold here. And here. And then one in farther. The gel's kind of dried up a little bit. So let me just refresh that gel so we can get a nice easy glide going there. I start out here by the crow's feet and just glide in. And I repeat that 3 times. Now you can also do some lip lift and holds. Can definitely feel the microcurrent in these because the gel is a little bit dried out there. Then there's a whole series of press and holds that I do here. But you saw the whole thing on this side, so let me just go ahead and finish up on the other side. So then when I'm finished, I grab a wet Wonder Cloth and I just wipe all the gel off. I also use the Wonder Cloth to wipe the gel off the balls. Clean up my ELE attachment. I did a full review where I took before and after pictures using all 3, the big balls, the ELE attachment, and the red light attachment. So if you want to watch that video, I'll link that right up here. In that one, you can really see the differences. I mean, some of them are subtle, but you can see what using this consistently over time will do. It's a great little tool. I love it. As I said, I've been using it consistently for 2 years. And for me to make the time for something that takes like 10 to 20 minutes 3 or 4 times a week, you know I'm committed to it and you know I love it. So anyway, that is the full video for today. I hope you liked it. I hope it was what you were looking for if you had requested this video. So if you found the video helpful and informative, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. As always, everybody, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. So have a great day and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.